Have you ever noticed a certain silence that follows some people? It's not the comforting kind. It's a low hum, a quiet tension just beneath the surface, the kind that comes from carrying too much too soon. It often starts in homes that look perfectly ordinary from the outside. But behind those closed doors, a quiet shift happens. A child stops being a child and becomes something else. The caretaker, the peacekeeper. The one who holds it all together when the grown-ups fall apart. Imagine a 9-year-old girl. Her mother cries more than she smiles, and her father has a habit of disappearing without a word. So, she adapts. She learns to read faces, to sense moods before they're spoken. She becomes the emotional thermometer of her home. If her mother's voice is calm, she can breathe. If it cracks, her heart races. This is how early it begins, the rewiring of the brain, where survival depends not on play, but on vigilance. Psychologists call this parentification. It's when a child takes on adult roles, whether it's emotional, physical, or even financial. But if you've lived it, you probably just call it life. You don't realize it's abnormal, because it's all you've ever known. So you grow up fast. Too fast. You learn to soothe others instead of yourself, to clean up messes you didn't make, to hide your own sadness so it doesn't become another burden. The world often mistakes this for maturity. You're so independent, teachers say. So responsible, neighbors smile. But responsibility born from necessity isn't maturity, it's trauma, disguised as competence. These children become experts at holding it together on the outside, but inside, they're collapsing under the weight of unspoken fear. Every time an adult calls them strong, it reinforces the dangerous idea that they don't need help. Let's call this girl Anna. As she grew older, Anna became everything her family wasn't. Stable, calm, in control. She was the person everyone turned to in a crisis. But no one ever asked her who she turned to. When you grow up too fast, you forget how to ask for help. You forget how to need things, because needing was never safe. You learn to love in ways that hurt, to fix instead of feel, to nurture others while you yourself are starving for care. By 22, Anna had everything society said she should want. A good job, her own apartment, people who admired her resilience. But she couldn't sleep. Her mind constantly replayed old scenes, hiding under the blankets while her parents screamed, making breakfast for her little brother while pretending everything was fine. Her body was still, but her nervous system was still 9 years old, on high alert, waiting for the next disaster. Because when your childhood is spent surviving, peace doesn't feel peaceful. It feels suspicious. That's the cruel trick of early trauma. It teaches you that chaos is normal and calm is a trap. You might even find yourself drawn to the very instability that hurt you, because it's the only thing that feels familiar. So Anna found herself in relationships with broken people, friends who took more than they gave, partners who needed fixing, jobs that drained her. She didn't know who she was without a struggle. To her, healing felt like losing her purpose. But one day, sitting alone in her apartment, she found an old photograph of herself, a small girl holding a doll with a missing arm. The smile in that photo wasn't relit. It was careful, polite, a performance. Anna stared at it for a long time, and something inside her finally cracked. For the first time in years, she cried. Not the quiet, hidden tears of a child holding it all in, but deep, unrestrained sobs from a place she'd forgotten existed. That was the beginning. Healing doesn't start with forgiveness or even understanding. It starts with grief. With mourning the childhood you never got to live. It's realizing you were never supposed to carry so much. The love you gave wasn't a weakness, and the strength you showed wasn't a gift, it was survival. Therapists explain that when children are forced to grow up too soon, their brains can get stuck in survival mode. The amygdala, which handles fear, becomes hyperactive, constantly scanning for danger even in safe spaces. This is why many adults who grew up this way struggle with anxiety, perfectionism, or an unexplainable sense of guilt. They were programmed to believe that if they aren't holding everything together, something terrible will happen. But here's the truth. You can learn to stop. You can teach your body that safety doesn't have to mean silence, that love doesn't have to hurt, that being cared for isn't dangerous. It takes time, but slowly, the child within can begin to trust again, to laugh again, to exist without constantly watching the shadows. Anna began to heal through small moments. making a mistake and realizing the world didn't end, saying no and seeing that people still stayed, crying in front of someone who didn't try to fix her, but just sat with her. For the first time, she wasn't performing strength, she was learning softness. Children who grow up too fast often become adults who struggle to rest, to play, to feel safe. But beneath that resilience lies something beautiful, a deep empathy, a sensitivity to pain, a quiet understanding of what it means to survive. They may have lost a childhood, but they gained a profound awareness of the human heart. And that awareness, when nurtured with love, becomes their superpower. In the end, Anna learned that growing up too fast wasn't her fault, but healing was her choice. She learned to mother the child she once was, to speak gently to the parts of herself that still flinched at love, to let the little girl inside her be messy, loud, imperfect, and alive. And maybe that's what true adulthood is, not about control or responsibility, but about finally feeling safe enough to be small again. Because the child who grew up too fast doesn't need to prove their strength anymore. They've already done that 1,000 times over. What they need now is peace. As the sun sets outside her window, Anna breathes deeply for what feels like the first time. The world is quiet, and the silence doesn't scare her anymore. It's not the silence of holding her breath, it's the silence of release. And in that stillness, somewhere deep inside, the child who grew up too fast finally gets to rest. If this story resonated with you, you are not alone. It's okay to seek support and start your own healing journey. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this meaningful, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content like this. Take care.